Sen var og Asir, allir á þingi, og Kásynjur, allar á móli, og það reið og ríkir tífar, hvíveru baldri.
Good afternoon, and welcome back What was that? And welcome back to the Siege, or good morning, good evening, and welcome back, folks. I hope you had a fantastic day. I had. Well, weirdly enough, I cannot really remember much what I did yesterday. It was such a bizarre day. I I worked because I released a new video, if you've missed it, right after the Diablo showcase. And hi, oh, I just see. Hi, hi, come in. Right after the Diablo showcase, and yeah, wasn't the showcase, man. As I said in the video, like in itself, it's good changes, meaningful changes, right? But it's only half of the issues. It's like, okay, so you have a huge puddle in your house, in your flat, whatever, right? Huge puddle, everything is underwater, and you fix that. You remove the water, you make everything like homely again, and you are like, yeah, good job. But what you didn't do is you didn't fix the cause of the water break in the first place. So at some point, the whole thing will end up to just wreck you again. And that is what Blizzard is doing here right now in Diablo 4. Like, Blizzard, I understand that they are limited in what they can do. I know this is basically the decision of doing absolutely nothing because they cannot fix the issue, or doing at least something to make it palpable for people. And they did go with the latter. I do appreciate that, and I think that's a good thing to do. But it doesn't fix the issue. Like, they have to fix the talents. Like, they have to add more variety. Like, I said it, I think, yesterday. The problem with Diablo 4 is it's a seasonal game, right? It has seasonal content going on. In a game where seasons are just not the right choice. You do not have the variety of a Last Epoch, of a PoE when it comes to character development to actually push for seasons. Because, let's be real here, if I want to play a barbarian, I have basically, what, 3 choices every time? Whirlwind, Upheaval, Double Swing. Cool. And that goes with nearly every class. Now they are trying to make it so that every ability is viable, as we can see with the Sork. But still, it still ends to like, okay, instead of having just 3 abilities I could make a build around, it's now 6 abilities. Hooray! There is no choices. And as per usual, Blizzard has just shot themselves in the foot because at some point in development they were like, nah, this is too complicated, let's make it easy. And they cannot keep up. It's a really, really unfortunate decision. And how can they fix this? They have to add more abilities. They have to really flesh out those talent trees. But the reality is, that would cost a lot of time, a lot of care, and knowing Blizzard at this point, I don't think it will ever happen, because it's Blizzard. Blizzard has been choosing the path of least resistance for years now. Like the old school saying of easy to learn, hard to master doesn't apply for Blizzard anymore. Blizzard is now the path of least resistance developers. Just do the thing which is easy for them. And it's easy to handle. We have seen it back in the day with World of Warcraft when they removed all the talent trees. And they were like, yeah, this gives you more choices because the talent trees were all smoke and mirrors. Yeah, no shit. But at least it was good smoke and mirrors, which made you think that you make some choices. Like, I still remember when there was always like reviews of just saying, yeah, you know what? You have a talent which increases the damage of this specific ability by 1% if you're putting a point into it, and it's not a big deal, but it always got me giddy when I had to put in a point, or I got a new point I could put into something. It's like our monkey brain getting rewarded, right? And Blizzard was just like, no, it's not really about choices, so we removed that. And it's like, no, you removed it because you slashed so many people working on World of Warcraft that the people who overlooked, apparently it was at some point only one person who overlooked all the balance changes to the classes, you wanted to make it easier for that person. Cool. I think that's what we're calling gaslighting, but hey. And again, for Diablo 4, I have the same problem. You choose the path of least resistance. And yes, all those changes coming in with Season 4, amazing, cool. But does it save you? Probably not. Probably not. And that's shitty, you know. It's a bit unfortunate. But I would definitely check it out. I think the biggest takeaway yesterday was also that Blizzard has done it, and they have actually postponed the whole season by a month. So season 3 is now active for 4 months instead of 3, which I kind of saw coming, but also I'm not mad about it. Like, again, this whole, yeah, we have a season every 3 months, and so far, every season has been a complete letdown because there wasn't really content there. There wasn't really anything special there. Like, if you need 4 to 5 months to really give me a banger of a season in Diablo 4, then please, by all means, take the time. Like, Blizzard, and funny enough, I expected it. Blizzard set expectations they couldn't uphold. And they probably knew that. And no, Season 2, like if somebody would ask me, but Season 2, like a lot of people liked Season 2. No, people didn't like Season 2. People liked the underlining changes which came with Season 2, but not Season 2 specifically. Those changes could have come with Season 1, they could have come with Season 3, and people would have liked the season because of those changes. And the same goes with all the changes Blizzard has announced yesterday. Those changes are all sounding phenomenal, and they are great, but they are not specifically for a season. They're not. There's something which is coming with a patch, and not with seasonal content. And again, as amazing as they sound, and there will be some stuff coming with it, like greater rifts. They are developing the Hell Tides with new content in it, and so on and so forth. And of course, all the itemization changes and whatnot. Those are changes which are coming just so. They have nothing to do with the seasons. In fact, when the test realm is going live next week, there will be nothing for the seasons. Nothing. It's only the changes they have talked about yesterday, which is a lot, but it doesn't really tell you anything about the season itself. Like, even they're bringing back Andariel. They're bringing back Andariel, and it's not season related. Which makes sense because, well, they. I mean, I was wondering when that was happening. I think everyone saw Andariel to be back rather sooner than later because you had Andariel once in the main campaign. It was a 5-minute boss fight, and then that's it. Like one of the most recognizable characters, less titties though, of Diablo had like a 5-minute hello, this is Andariel calling in, and then she got booted. And it's like, okay, well, bye, Andy. Bye. See you in Diablo 5, I guess. At some point. Have a good one. It's like, what? That was what? Like, it's so weird. So weird. Like, I think Duriel had a bigger hello, this is Duriel, right? I think Duriel and Andariel are siblings, I think. As far as I know, they're siblings, lore-wise. So it makes sense. But yeah, Duriel came in first. And I think most people cannot remember Duriel. Duriel was, like, even though he was the boss of Act 2 in D2, for a long time, I didn't even know he had a name. He was just the worm boss thingy. It's like I didn't even remember the name. Because he was annoying to a certain degree, but he wasn't really like the hard boss. But Andariel was the first real heavy hitter in D2. Like, especially back in the day, if you didn't know what you were doing. Andariel was a monster because of the poison. The poison was so obnoxious. Get it? Because obnoxious poison. Yep, that's the level of comedy you are getting today on the channel. Deal with it. Absolutely. But yeah, as I said, cool. Cool. But will it save Diablo 4? Depends on what PoE is doing and Last Epoch is doing. I mean, Last Epoch, this is now in April, I think we are getting the new season. End of April. Makes sense. I'm slowly, like, if I'm looking at the calendar and I'm seeing why Blizzard has been, like, changing it from April to May, I can see why. They were looking for a better date for their season because all those seasons were too close together. We have the new PoE season is coming out soon, right? Let me see. When is that happening? New PoE season. I know it's calling League, but late March. Yeah. Yeah. Necropolis. Yes, Necropolis. It's what it's called. And it's coming out next week? Yeah. So Blizzard would have released technically their new season 2 weeks afterwards. And that would have been 2 weeks also before a new season in Last Epoch. So 2 weeks after PoE season and 2 weeks before Last Epoch season. Yeah. They didn't want it to be in that cluster fluff. 100%. Again, Blizzard is always arguing that no, we are not choosing our release times because of other developers and stuff. And it's absolute bullshit. It's like, look, Blizzard, honey. That might be true if you were doing it now and then. But if you were looking back at the release calendar of Blizzard games for the last 2 decades at this point, you will always realize they're releasing their content away from actual contenders, or they're releasing it around the same time to screw contenders over. Because Blizzard knows about their power. And it's like, yeah, no, Blizzard. No. Like, come on, man. Who are you trying to screw here? Like, we know what you're doing. But yeah. What else? Now that we have talked about Diablo 4 a bit, I will keep an eye out of the changes. They're massive. That's for sure. I will keep an eye out for it. So what are we doing today? Well, today we are checking out Lightyear Frontier. You might remember that I played the demo a little bit a while ago. Enjoyed it. And I wasn't really sure what to play today because tomorrow is the day. Right, tomorrow is the day. And I was just like, yeah, let's play something cozy, something I can throw in here and then throw out and nobody will miss it. Sorry, Lightyear Frontier. It's not meant to be mean, I swear. It's just tomorrow's Dragonsdogma, right? And I didn't want to start like a story game or something for 4 hours today. I didn't really want to do that. So I thought that this game is neatly fitting into our whole schedule. And then also next week on Tuesday, we have Millennia coming out. That's an evening release as far as I know. So we will probably just jump into the on Wednesday, right? Maybe I do an evening stream with the Mole Under Management channel. We will see. But Millennia is also next week on Tuesday. So we have 2 games which are very important for me, for my channels. And the funny thing, I say that with Dragon's Dogma, but I have absolutely no clue yet what I'm doing for Dragon's Dogma beyond of just doing a playthrough. We will see. I'm a little bit unsure here. Millennia is running great. I really have to admit, and yes, I'm still doing Last Epoch, by the way, because Last Epoch is doing fantastic on my Mole RP channel, and I would be stupid to not utilize that, right? But I gotta admit, I kind of figured out that what I want to do for the Mole Under Management channel when it comes to strategy games, and I'm pretty good in that. Like, creating content for the Mole Under Management channel is the easiest thing of all the channels. Weirdly enough. It's just, I love strategy games. What can I say? Like, strategy games have always been my second nature. And so for me, it is relatively simple to just open up a strategy game, see some trailers, and then just take it apart and make videos about it. Right? It doesn't really... It comes with ease. Like, and no, this is not bragging before people are like, oh my god, stop tooting in your own horn. No, it's quite the opposite. It shows the problems I have with other channels. With this channel here in particular, with ChaosMole Plays, I'm a little bit stumped, and I don't really know what to do, and I'm trying to figure that out, and I'm hoping that Dragon's Dogma 2 might help me with that. I'm really hoping that I'm getting like a eureka moment and be like, oh yeah, I can do that. And the Mole RP channel, even though I have the games, I sometimes don't know how to put it into a video. So I do have issues there as well. Yeah. So it's just, it's not to toot my own horn, it's actually showing my weaknesses I have with the other channels. I was actually thinking how to do something with HellDivers 2. I don't know what to do with HellDivers 2, to be honest. I don't know what to make out of it. It is it's tough. It's tough. But that's something I have to figure out. Kind of weird. I'm also sleepy, even though I have been I've been sleeping. Like I did fall asleep at like 12 a.m. yesterday, and then I slept till like 1 p.m. today. I slept for 13 hours. Well, not quite. I woke up at 8 a.m. again, and then I was awake for like 2 hours, and then I did fall asleep again. Weird. I don't know what that was. There was, like, if somebody is asking if that is happening often, I would say nah. I don't even remember the last time was this happened. But that was also a little bit problematic because my girlfriend tried to reach me desperately because she was completely devastated yesterday because one of her cousins died. And yeah, she has been devastated, and I have been completely sleeping through that. So I couldn't help her. Couldn't lend her an ear. And that, of course, sucks. Big time. Mm. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. What else? You know what? Let's jump into gaming news. I think it's time to jump into gaming news. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's jump into some gaming news. Paradox is doing something weird. They're basically teasing Europa Universalis 6, but it seems to be so early in development that they didn't really showcase anything. It's so bizarre. I don't even know what to make of it. Did I say 6? I mean 5. Wow, we just freaking skipped a complete Europa Universalis thing, right? Yeah. No, actually, for real, they have been posting Europa Universalis 5 stuff. Um, and it looks pretty big and all, right? So yeah, they're calling it Project Caesar, right? It's a code name. And they've basically showed like the map and some stuff for it, and everyone is like, yeah, yeah, that's Europa Universalis 5. Let me see if I can find the thingy. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Let me show you this for everyone who hasn't seen this yet. This is Tinto Talks. And he is talking about the project called Project Caesar and how they are working on the believable word, the population, and how many like different words there are. And then they showed this with some of the beliefs. And I think they also showed like a pretty big map from Europe. And the map itself from Europe is apparently, let me just see if I can. This is the old one, right? This is from March 13. No, 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 no. There is a new Tinto Talks. Let me see. I think there is a number 4. Yeah, there it is. I'm an idiot. I did choose the wrong one. Yes. I choose the old one. This is the new one. Look at that. They're talking about governments and all that, right? And then they showed this one, which at this point, if you're seeing this interface, you immediately know this is Europa Universalis. Like you're just looking at this. This is EU5. This is EU5 in a nutshell. Like, come on, man. Right? Oh no, this is EU3. Well, I got caught. Yeah, they had a map. Oh yeah, this map. This is what everyone is referring to, which is apparently like very Europa Universalis-esque. Right? So, yeah. I haven't really looked into this. I will be completely honest if everyone is like, man, you look a little bit uninformed. Yeah, I haven't looked into Project Caesar at all. It just popped up yesterday in my feeds, and people were going a little bit crazy, and I was like, huh. But it still looks to be very early. So it's kind of interesting that they are trying to do this new approach of talking to the community early on, which I think is a good idea. Paradox has to do that more. Paradox has been too often just release their games and be like, well, that's it. That's the game. And especially with Europa Universalis, which is definitely one of the biggest games they have right now, if not even the biggest game they have right now. And with the how old is EU4 now? EU4. Let me see. When did this game came out? Oh shit. 11 years ago. Okay. And keep in mind, that game is still getting expansions. It's still getting DLCs. Big ones. Like, it's insane. So, yeah. I can see that they want to get the community on board very early on because they have basically one shot at this. They have one shot at this, or the community will rip them a new one. So, yeah. So, hmm next one. Oh boy, this is a big one because this is directly influencing us and our playthrough of Dragon's Dogma 2. So it seems like that Dragon's Dogma 2 is running like hot garbage everywhere. Before you think this is a PC problem, no, on the PlayStation and even on the Xbox, things are even worse. Yeah, things are even worse. If you have a relatively good PC, you might not notice too much, but on the PlayStation, people have been reporting that they were going down to 15 FPS, 15 FPS or less in cities. So what's going on? So first things first, Capcom is aware of the issue. Cool. And they're working on it. Hey, I heard if you're removing Denuvo, it doesn't fuck up your CPU that much. How about that, huh? You wanna remove Denuvo? No? Too much to ask? I thought so. Maybe Capcom is forgetting Denuvo again when the game is releasing later tonight. That wouldn't be the first time Capcom did that. Where they released basically the non-Denuvo version, and then they were like, oh shit, forget to activate it. Let's patch that, and damage was done. Nonetheless, so the performance and the performance issue people are talking about in Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming from the NPCs. So it seems like the GPUs are fine, but not the CPUs. Which is interesting. Let me see. Oh, yeah. And apparently even worse is that the graphic options you have available to you is not very good. Let me see if I can. So apparently you can choose like some graphic options and whatnot, but the performance you are getting or you are not getting isn't that big of a deal. Like the only big change is ray tracing. Apparently deactivating ray tracing is giving you a hell of a boost in performance. But, and that seems to be the problem, the game also looks, yeah, that's Steam Deck. Do not play this on Steam Deck. Doesn't do anything. Here you can see the lowest settings. And this is, of course, 4K. They have FX Super Resolution 3, but they do not have the frame generation for AMD. So that sucks. But yeah, they're showing like all the options here, and apparently it doesn't do too much. It doesn't really do too much at all. Like you can see it right here, right? It's like you were trying to find the differences, and there's just not much there when you look at it. Xbox Series X seems to be the best looking one. But so the biggest problem is apparently the NPCs. That seems to be the biggest issue. That there are too many NPCs and the CPU is getting just hammered. And apparently,
some areas also look to have slightly lower level of detail on the series.
This little bugger,
but this is very minor. This leaves the PlayStation 5
with the special V cage, is apparently holding out just so.
Thus, the setting appears to be shader pass and pixel sampling related. It effectively impacts textures, shadows, ambient occlusion, alpha effects. So all grass, fire, rocks, signs, and people are impacted with a blockier, more pixelated image and softer details due to lower samples, which is reduced further by the temporal anti-aliasing pass. It stands out in comparisons, and although not detrimental on Series X during standalone play, the image quality reduction is one of the largest I have seen since Resident Evil 4. The Series S, though, is a huge reduction over PS5 and even Series X, with textures and image quality being severely degraded. Grass Alpha is another small concession, and it's quite notable relative to the other two.
And before people say, well, that's because the GPU is bad. No, it's apparently the CPU. Like, apparently the CPU is the biggest issue. Like, the CPU, it's a CPU heavy game.
Consoles. The final piece of image quality,
this looks bad.
Previous games, is the resolution output choice. All three consoles use the interlace setting by the looks of things, and this means a full 4K output on PS5 and Series X via a half-width rasterization pass on the horizontal axis. The Series S drops to 2560 by 1440 output, coming up from a 1280 by 1440p base. Pixel counters amongst you may notice that this is half the pixels of a full 4K on the bigger consoles and less pixels than a 1920 by 1080 output on the Series.
Why are you forcing this?
These are the same targets as Resident Evil 4's resolution mode.
Here we are wonderfully at the point again, what has been a discussion for quite some time now, and I think this is where the consoles, all the consoles, have been shooting themselves in the foot. We have the mid-console generation upgrade last generation, right? And they were asking themselves, shit, what can we do? Do we want to get more graphic fidelity? Do we want to get more frame rates? Nah. And that was also especially at the time where good guy Sony, let's not forget that, was also desperately trying to push their 4K TVs. It was the time where 4K TVs were not selling. Like, a lot of people were just like, why would I buy a 4K TV? For what? So Sony definitely had an interest. I'm not saying it's the only one, but Sony definitely had an interest to go for 4K. And I can see how console manufacturers were literally just thinking, okay, how can we upgrade the graphics without upgrading the graphics too much? And 4K resolution was the way to go, and it was relatively easy to do. Now, the problem is with the new console generation is that we are now again in between things. On the one hand, you have people who want 60 FPS, and we got better graphics in general, right? Graphics did go up again. But also people want to see 4K. Like, I think we talked about this when the new console generation came closer, when ray tracing came onto the scene. And I was arguing the point that this would be very fascinating to watch how Microsoft and Sony will explain to their playership that they have to make a choice. That they have to make a choice between ray tracing and 4K. Because in no way will the consoles be able to handle both. And here we are. They are still trying to kind of force the 4K with upscaling, like a lot of upscaling, because they don't want to take a step back. But they also want to go with all the gimmicks, and now we are ending up in this issue.
For each console.
Man.
As we covered in our preview, Dragon's Dogma 2 may have an unlocked frame rate, but 60 FPS is all but impossible to achieve on consoles, and from all my tests, impossible to lock at on PC, including with that RTX 4090. However, the reasons for this are not straightforward, and my testing had to go deeper on some aspects. Let me explain. During development, many games run with no cap on the performance, just limited by the TV or monitor sync limit. Capped or half-rate options are normally added later. The fact the review version is still unlocked like this is a small red flag that makes me wonder what other corners might have been cut to get this out the door. But of course, Capcom has released games on weaker consoles with the same unlocked rate, even when the console could never hit 60 FPS, such as Resident Evil 4 on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, this is like the worst part. Like, we can have this discussion all the time about 30 FPS, 60 FPS, yada yada. But the thing is, when you were at 40 FPS and you were dropping to 30, you will notice that far more instead of just being locked at 30 at all times. And the biggest question is just here, why the hell are you not locking it? What is there to gain?
By leaving it unlocked, though, overall performance can be improved in comparison to a 33 millisecond cap whilst in development. The reason is Dragon's Dogma 2 often becomes bandwidth or fill rate limited, and this is a bigger issue on consoles due to the contention they have with GPU and CPU sharing the same memory bus and bandwidth. A PC has 2 dedicated memory pools, which has its own issues, but here it's an advantage. And this is why we see the use of interlacing, and on the Xbox consoles, a lowering of the image quality settings to reduce pressure, with the Series S being impacted the most due to its much smaller RAM allocation and bandwidth. On all consoles, though, we see
wow, that's some
readouts
PS3
often
graphics.
between the lower
Holy
end of
shit.
30 to 40. Series X is slightly better than the PS5, within 4% on average, but most often being within margin of error. Once we get any heavy alpha effects, such as fire-breathing dragons, flooding water, or dense foliage in alpha, we see this bandwidth contention crop up, dropping us into the 50s to 70 millisecond range on frame times, which means bouts of sub 30 FPS. The other big issue, and what explains why the team at Capcom has taken the choice to ship the highest resolution and image quality on each, are the towns. Vernworth, for example, stresses the engine and hardware most, with many aspects it was never designed for. Large, dense open areas, high geometry and material samples, large number of NPCs with dynamic pathfinding.
Wow, the pop-in.
State models, and
Holy shit.
Consistent data streaming and management.
Have you seen that? Look at this. Look at especially the right side here.
And hardware most, with many
Look at the right side. Look at the people popping in.
Open areas, high geometry and
there's nothing here. Nothing.
NPCs with dynamic pathfinding, AI, emerging
holy shit.
Models, and then the biggest one.
Wow. I mean, this is a problem, right? Like, this is the first time we see the RE engine. No. Just... Technically, it's the R engine, isn't it? Because RE stands for... Not Resident Evil, by the way. Reach for the Moon engine. So it's the R engine? Is... Calling it RE engine is... redundant? Whatever. This is the first time the engine has been used for an open world title. Before that, all the games have been not open world. Not at all. So I'm kind of curious. Like, it seems like they have some problems with that.
Consistent data streaming and management. Here, all platforms struggle with frame times bouncing up and down like a ping pong ball. In A Run to the Tavern, which is a well-known tradition here in England, both consoles are sub 30 FPS as the CPU and memory demands cause erratic performance, which hits its deepest low as you enter the pub, and the NPCs are instantiated and then allocated a state. The faster the hardware, or the more reductions made on the amount of data and tasks the platform is pushing.
Hey, this is my PC. Well, then again, I will definitely not play on 4K. That's for sure. So, I should be able to manage? Like, this is exactly my hardware, right? Like I have an RTX 3080 with 12 gigabyte of RAM, not 10, so that should save me a little bit of a headache. And my 5800 X3D, which again, thank you very much to the community for helping out
the
here.
better your performance will be here. But on my high-end 5800X3D, which is an 8-core 16-thread CPU at 4.5 gigahertz, we are often in the 30 FPS range here whilst moving around the town. The consoles do not use the SSD and dedicated hardware designs very well, or maybe even at all, with the impact being
Really
higher than you would expect. Specifically on the PS5, as that has more silicon dedicated to alleviate data seek and load from the CPU. The Series X is slightly worse in these CPU impacted areas, but again, it's academic as neither delivers a stable.
So this seems to be a game which is not using M2s at all.
Series S performance is close enough to both, with it being on average just below the PS5, but without a frame rate analysis, they all feel about the same in play. But the Series S will dip into the same bandwidth and CPU heavy sections, even with those significant reductions relative to the bigger consoles. The smaller console delivers close enough performance metrics here not to miss anything, but the biggest deltas are the sacrifices in textures and image quality, and that small pool of RAM highlights the impacts on how Dragon's Dogma 2 looks far more than the frame rate does.
Oh my
I am
god.
sure with more time and effort, the team...
Yeah, this is PS3 graphics.
Formats, but the Series S is the one most in need due to the degraded image it has. And even on a 1080p screen, this is an obvious...
This is the first time I could say PS2 graphics.
Refresh rate or VRR screen will not help here, as all of the consoles are often below the required range and can even stutter into 50-80 milliseconds frequently during many areas, and that cannot be resolved by the technology.
A Cyclops! Oh, Chris, be on your guard.
The PC version starts well. A DirectX 12 API kicks off a fixed shader compilation pass.
Nice!
Complete, you never have to think about that again. Dragon's Dogma 2 on the Steam Deck, as it stands currently, is unplayable though. It's likely engine, memory, bandwidth and API related, but even at a forced 640 by 480 output and low settings, we are seeing a paltry 7 to 14 FPS at best.
Cool.
At the same time, this is the first game from Capcom that appears to have had a high-end PC focus from the start, and may have even had a PC-developed game from the off, due to the big RPG market PC has.
Yes.
I believe this is because
I think Dragon's Dogma was the most successful on the PC, actually.
With NVIDIA latency boost also within the menu. Both are better options than interlaced, so long as they are set at balanced or higher, with DLSS being clearly superior. From a GPU perspective, my RTX 4090 has far more performance and bandwidth.
Yeah, frame generation is in, but only for the 40 series, and for whatever reason, even though AMD's FX3 is in, they are not offering frame generation, and everyone is scratching their head why that isn't in. Maybe NVIDIA paid them, who knows. But it's like, why? You have already 3.0 of FX in your game, so why not activating frame generation then? Weird.
Than anything else, and at such a 4K output using DLSS quality offers a vastly superior image quality to consoles. The ray trace global illumination can also be turned on, but the improvement here was often very slight to invisible outside, but improved ambient.
I mean, it comes down to the impact. Here's the thing, I'm not doing 4K, which is big.
Shadows inside, and aside some edge cases such as on water bodies, the performance cost may not be worth it for most.
Yeah, because as I understand this correctly, this is not NVIDIA ray tracing, this is DirectX ray tracing, which by all means is a little bit weaker than what NVIDIA can do. But
during the GPU heavier sections out in the wild, fighting griffins, trolls, or dragons, Dragon's Dogma 2 holds a close lock on 60 FPS, and even higher if you have the screen to support it. But it can dip and sway during rapid action.
Whoa!
Advanced camera movement,
Whoa!
streaming sections under 60
Whoa!
FPS, often enough to notice. But a G-Sync or such screen would help here. These are, again, the same issues with CPU memory.
Do they do
data,
FreeSync?
causing the GPU to stall and wait for work.
I hope they're
which
doing
means we get
FreeSync,
delays
because
in our frame
my
delivery
monitor
and
can
thus
do
frame rates
FreeSync.
can still drop below 60. But even on the
Yeah,
average,
what the hell?
You cannot run the game at native 4K. It's consistently
No.
still drop below 60.
This right here is inexcusable. This is inexcusable. And by the way, oh my god, I'm just thinking about my poor 2700. I think I cannot thank you enough for supporting this. I thank you for supporting the endeavor, but this is inexcusable. Give me just 1 second here, folks. Give me just 1 second here. I have to check something super quickly because I just got notified that... Yeah, okay. But yeah, like, going back to it, sorry, I had to check something super quickly. Like, what? This is Dragon's Dogma 2. This is Dragon's Dogma 2, and apparently we have some issues. Yeah, like, this is exactly what I will rock tomorrow, and yikes. Again, 4K. I will not go 4K, so I should be okay.
The game at native 4K. It's consistently somewhere between the 30s and 40s.
Even a 4090 cannot run this
The
at
GPU
4K.
is much less of an issue, and here the CPU and data streaming demands mean we are again down into the 30s with stutter.
Wow.
We're fully CPU memory bound here, and no GPU performance can resolve this because it's not a GPU issue.
Yeah, it's
It remains
CPU.
something for the developers to attempt to resolve, and just as this review was closing out, the team confirmed my findings. They
Like, here's the thing. Like, I'm sorry. Yes, there is a 7000 series, but if you are considering a 5800 X3D anything but high end, like the crop of the crop, you are just crazy. Like, at this point, even though the 5800 X3D, it's far too long, is 2 years old, it is anything but that. It is anything but that. Right? But it is DLSS, so it's not 4K, it's DLSS is on. So, you know. No, it's not. It's not. You have missed, for everyone who has missed this, they're pretty much making the point that the consoles have the same issue, and it is actually very much, it looks like, that they actually started with a PC version, then they started with the consoles. Like, it seems like Dragon's Dogma 2 was actually started as a PC game and then got branched off as a console game. Like, what people have been finding so far, it looks very much like, yes, this was a PC game, which then branched off to consoles. They don't really know. they don't really know. Like, it seems like just cutting corners, just releasing the game, I guess.
plan to investigate the high CPU demands due to the NPC state models and location tracking, so an update should land once ready. Moving down the stack and sitting in between the due to the NPC state models and location tracking, so an update should land once ready. Moving down the stack and sitting in between the PS5 and the RTX.
It's a CPU issue, right? To make this very clear, it's a CPU issue. And it's CPU bound.
2090 is my AMD
It's
powered
not
RX
GPU.
5800 with a 6-core 12-thread 5600X. We can run Dragon's Dogma 2 with a superior image quality using FSR3 set to balanced at 4K and settings close to the PlayStation 5, and we get a 4K.
But who is using 4K? Like I don't like really the whole 4K. Like who is really using 4K nowadays? If you're not having a console and you're not getting shoehorned into 4K, like most PC users are using still 1080p, and a significant amount are slowly switching to 2K, but 4K is non-existent. Like, you just have to go into the Steam hardware stats, right? Where are we? Let me see. There we go. And there it is. 1080p is still 58% of all users. 19%, yes, I will round up here. 90% of the people are using 4040p, and there's your pretty 4K. Not only 4%, 3.5% of all the users are using 4K. Just to put that into perspective, why I find the testing with 4K a little bit misleading. Right? Yeah, 6%, which all things considered, it's not that much. But yeah, like, again, it's not GPU bound. The problem is into CPU speeds. Rude. The problem is CPU. Apparently rendering the NPCs is the biggest problems, because what they have been apparently doing is NPCs are disappearing super quickly, and then they pop in on a 2-meter range, but when they pop in, the whole NPC behavior is loading in the background. And that's apparently what is putting like the strain on the CPU. Because if you have a bunch of NPCs just popping in front of you, and they all have to basically boot up and do their NPC behavior and whatnot, this is how CPUs are getting just hammered.
FPS performance in those grassy hills and creature battles, and of course we are always at the mercy of the CPU performance in those towns, and as such we can see lower performance and more stutters as the GPU is left waiting for work. On PC, memory demands can exceed 8 GB of system RAM and 13 GB of VRAM, which is far higher than expected levels, which pretty much sums up the performance requirements at this point for the game. Loading is not such a highlight, again pointing back to the core aspects of data and streaming memory management. It still is very fast considering the size of the world, but across PS5, Series consoles and SSD-equipped PCs, they're all approximately 15 seconds to load in. Of course, this will be more dependent on a faster CPU than the SSD speeds, and this is reinforced by the Series X beating the PlayStation 5. When picking which platform to play Dragon's Dogma 2 on, be aware that PC players get the best choice of options in image quality thanks to this being the first game from Capcom to ship with DLSS and FSR3, offering
Point in case, FSR3 has not frame generation. For whatever reason, I know I've mentioned it now 2 times, they decided that frame generation with FSR3 is not included. Whatever that is the reason, but NVIDIA frame generation is included. Who knows?
Quality over consoles. However, CPU and memory impacts remain the biggest cause for concern in performance, which highlights why the team has pushed settings and resolution as high as possible on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S. No matter what, the frame rate is going to drop to sub 30 FPS when you're in town.
No, the upscaler is...
To hold to that benchmark with
yeah.
better image quality is their aim, rather than large spikes from 60 to 30 and degraded image quality the whole time. And this is where they need to improve, as even at the lowest settings on PC, we leave 70% or more GPU performance on the table and still run under 30 FPS in these worst case instances. If I was a betting man, I would suspect over the next 2 months or so, patches will come that will improve the consistency, if not the overall performance across the board. None of this distracts from the superb game that Dragon's Dogma 2 is, but if you are...
Don't say that. It can distract very much. Is there already... Let me see. Is there... Where is it? Let me see. That's unfortunate. Digital Foundry does not have a video yet. Okay. I would have loved to dive into that. Oh well. Yeah. It's we will see how it goes tomorrow. I'm still very much looking forward to the game, to make that very clear. But I was very curious to see how this is the first Capcom game which is using the RE or R engine, because E stands for engine. The R engine for open world. Before that, everything was a very constrained level. When we are looking at Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, and some of the other Capcom games, like they were always very constrained and we never had an open world game. This is the first time the engine has to deal with open world aspects. And, well, it seems like it's not dealing very well with it. Which is unfortunate. Yeah. But we will see how it goes tomorrow. As I said, folks, don't forget, tomorrow we have our 12-hour stream starting at 12 p.m. Central European Time. That is 6 a.m. East Coast time. And yes, we are starting with Mole in the morning in the gaming news, letting slowly pour the people in, especially the ones which are just waking up. And then we are streaming for 12 hours. This was one of the goals we had with the CPU. And yeah. Yeah. Looking forward to it nonetheless. Yeah. They have already acknowledged that this is apparently an issue. I mean, well, duh. But I don't think we are getting a day one patch. So, well. Oh yeah, speaking of which, before we are going into the last news, more or less. No, actually, we have two more. I got declined for Dragon's Dogma key, which I will be completely honest, I very much expected. This is why I already pre-ordered the game last week because it was on sale, and I was like, shit, let's do that. Yeah, that was probably with FrameGen. That was probably with FrameGen, pretty much. But yeah, I didn't get the key for Dragon's Dogma 2, which, as I said, I kind of expected. Like, this game is so high on the list of literally every streamer and every content creator that they don't really need me. Right? Like, I do not matter in that instant, because literally every Let's Player, every channel would do something about this game. And as sad as it sounds, small channels do not matter. That's how it's marketing. You know, I'm not blaming them or anything. I was actually thinking about not requesting a key at all, right? Because I didn't really want to waste my time, because I already knew that, well, I would not get a key pretty much. But hey, you shot your shot, right? And I wanted to see if it works out. And, well, it didn't. So, just bought the game. Just bought the game. What else? Oh, yeah. Man, I was a bit pissed yesterday. So, the new season for TFT has started, and I'm really, really pissed because I have to admit, Riot Games is slowly doing something which annoys me to no end. And for everyone wondering, so they have the Battle Pass, right? And they have those boards. And I saw a board on Twitter, and I was like, holy shit, I need that. So I was clicking the last board because I was pretty sure this is like the last board they showed on Twitter. It's not. The one they showed on Twitter is in the fucking Treasure Realms. It's this one. And I hate this so much. So if you don't know what's the Treasure Realm, it's Gamba. It's gambling. You have to basically put in real money currency, and if you are lucky, you are getting this after a few attempts. If you're unlucky, you have to roll 59 times to get this. And if you're like, okay, what is a roll? Well, 10 rolls is 1,000, which I think is 60? Let me see. 40. So if you have to really open this, you have to do this 6 times, right? 6 by 40 bucks. Yeah, that would be like 240 euro to hopefully get this. It's like, you know what? Slightly fuck you, Riot. I find that very shitty. And the Riot has been doing this Gamber stuff for a while now. Is a bit atrocious. Now, before people start with, but Mole, you were also getting the currency, you know, when you were like raising the battle pass and all that. Yeah. The, what is it, 800 coins you were getting? Good luck with that. Like, you have to be extremely lucky. So, bit shabby, as per usual. Alrighty. What else do we have? Ooh, yeah. Right, we have some trailers to watch. Do we want to watch some trailers, chat? Yes, let's watch some trailers. So this was leaked first. Thankfully, there is a 4K version of this. And let's watch Marvel 1943. Rise of Hydra. Yes. Ah, Paris.
They're combing the streets. Searching house to house.
This looks great.
If they arrest you two, they will take you to their headquarters, and you will not return.
I'm more concerned with the 6-foot cat man who's got claws that can cut through vibranium alloy. my count, that makes 2 super soldiers loose in Paris.
3, counting you.
And that's 2 too many.
I'll be there before the sun rises. Before the Germans, before that American. The Eye of Force has been found.
Please, just stick to the rooftops.
Basically Assassin's Creed?
When am I not?
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem.
That looks good.
Our cat friend is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Who the hell are you?
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
Could be good. I mean, have to see the gameplay. Coming next year. Okay. That's all I have to know, because now I don't have to give a shit. Dual protagonist seems like it. But yeah, this is the thing with when they're showcasing stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay, well, I will see. I will see what the gameplay and all that is, right? Like, I think that's very important. Yeah, 2025 or whenever. Let me see. What is the other? Oh, yeah. I was thinking about recording this, and maybe I should. But I should probably give out a fair warning before I do this. So let's do a recording of it. And I have to give out a very, very fair warning. Yeah. Yeah. Let me do this. Also, cool. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Mole Reacts. My name is ChaosMole, and today we're watching the Warhammer Age of Sigmar cinematic of 2024 on the Mortal Realms Reforged. Now, I have to say something very quickly here at the beginning. I'm a huge Warhammer 40k fan, and I have been dabbling in Warhammer the Old World a little bit here and there, but one of the Warhammer worlds I have been never dabbling in, I know a little bit about it, but not too much, is Age of Sigmar. Right? Like, Age of Sigmar has been completely going over my head. So, I haven't seen this yet. I will react to it. It should be very entertaining nonetheless. And if I'm like saying anything stupid and you are like, how do you not know that? Well, the reason is because I'm not into Age of Sigmar. I am so sorry. But nonetheless, I love cinematics. And I love Warhammer. So let's watch this. Shall we? Oh, that's a lot of blood. What? Sigma lied? What? No. What? That cannot be. Ah, the beast, man. Plight of my existence.
Sigmar told us we were chosen. Warriors, stolen from death. To be reforged as his weapons.
Yeah, what are they called? The Storm Legion? Again. Nobody.
The immortal sons and daughters of the Storm God.
Ah, Storm Guard. There we go. Something Storm. That looks great so far. Lots of actions. Oh, that's warp energy. Yes, yes, yes. Well, that's not good. The rats are coming. Man, they're building fast.
Sound the bells! Sound the bell!
I mean... now? Damn. But you need a few more, I would say. It's kind of funny how the Skaven have not really changed too much, because they were always like super much into technology, even in the old world. So their stuff hasn't really changed. Oof. I love Skaven. I first hated Skaven, but the more I played recently, the more I actually like Skaven. They're pretty hilarious.
Sigmar lied. He never told us the true cost of this honor. Soon, all that will remain of me is an echo, lost to the storm. But until that day, I fight.
Damn. That looked pretty cool. Nice. That was pretty good. Yeah, this is definitely one of the things I'm kind of curious about, right? How she's talking about, as a Storm Guard, you are immortal. So when you die on the battlefield, you're basically teleported back, and you will come back, but you always lose a bit of your humanity when you do so. And so you will be an empty husk, which reminds me very much of the whole idea of the Necrons and what the Necrons are in Warhammer 40k. So, yeah, I'm very curious. Now, again, this was a pretty cool cinematic. Am I more interested now in Age of Sigmar? No. It's too close, I think. Like, they try to strike a gap between Warhammer 40k and Warhammer the Old World. And I always felt like I don't really need that. Like, I don't know what it is, but something never really got me with Age of Sigmar. Maybe I just have to be more interested into the Skaven than the humans I'm normally interested in the Old World and Warhammer 40k. Maybe I have to do that instead. But yeah, looked pretty cool. Really liked the cinematic. That was neat and neat. Nice. Well, English apparently, but that was cool. I really enjoyed that. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like and also leave a sub if you want to see more reactions in the future. Also check out my other YouTube channels here on YouTube. You will find them all in the video description. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I see you next time. Till then, bye-bye. Cut! Yeah, it's kind of funny. I love the Skaven more, and maybe to get interested into the Age of Sigmar, I maybe have to start with another faction than humans. The humans remind me too much of the Imperium of Man from Warhammer 40k this time. And I'm like, I already have that in Warhammer 40k, I don't need that here necessarily. So maybe I just have to look into the Skaven? I don't know if the Skaven are actually new. I thought the Skaven... No, the Skaven are not new. The Skaven have been in the Age of Sigmar since day one, I'm pretty sure of it, because at the end of Warhammer, the Old World, so for everyone who doesn't know, Warhammer, the Old World ended. The world got destroyed, and they cancelled Warhammer. Right, they completely cancelled it because it didn't sell enough, it didn't do enough, so they sent it off with an apocalyptic event. And now, fun enough, Warhammer the Old World is back since a month, and they kind of rebooted it, which is rather interesting. But at the end of Warhammer the Old World, the Skaven and their Red God actually became the 5th Chaos God. Chaos won in the Old World, like the evil one. And the Skaven became part of Chaos, and their god became one of the Chaos gods. So he is now the 5th Chaos God. And so I think that Skaven has been there since the beginning because they play a pretty big part of the story. It would be weird if not. Yeah, Age of Sigmar is like much more technology. Like everyone has much more technology. But it is still not Warhammer 40k, but it gets close to Warhammer 40k, and I'm like... I liked Warhammer Old World because it was just fantasy. Yeah, sure, there was some technology there. I mean, the Skaven with the miniguns, flamethrowers, the Skaven have a nuke. The Skaven have literally a nuke. So it's like, yeah, they like the Skaven, but the Skaven are like also the janky, crazy shit, while the dwarves are a little bit more sophisticated with their choppers and all that, and the humans, like you get the high fantasy is still a theme, but in this one it feels a bit, I don't know, like. Age of Sigmar never captivated me, and believe me, I tried. I looked into it, and I was just... We will see. We will see. Anything else? Well, apparently Diablo Immortal just dropped their roadmap, and they're getting more than Diablo 4 does. Fudge my life, man. Fudge my life. Oh yeah! Last news for today. I completely forgot about that. I don't know why, but this is a pretty big news. And I have completely forgotten about this for a second, and then we are jumping into gameplay. Riot Tryndamere, aka Mark Merrill, aka the CEO and founder of Riot Games, has been going to Twitter with a huge post. And this is about the League of Legends MMO, and they have been working on this for, I think, 10 years at this point. And they have been announcing that they have been resetting the direction of the MMO quite a while ago, because they feel like that the MMO doesn't do anything special and nobody wants World of Warcraft with a League of Legends skin. And they have now been switching out the team. They have been switching out the game a while ago, but that also means the game is back on the planning board, and they will go dark for multiple years. This is, of course, very unfortunate and begs a lot of questions. A lot of questions. So first things first, when he is saying that, you know, people don't really want a World of Warcraft with League of Legends skin, I concur. You know what I would have loved to see? A League of Legends MMO in the style of World of Warcraft with League of Legends PvP. And you know what? I would have been completely fine with that. But apparently this game needs to be something special. You know what's kind of funny to me? How every MMO in the past 2 decades have been trying to be something special and failed at that. And the only game which really managed to dethrone probably World of Warcraft was Final Fantasy XIV, which focused on mostly single-player aspect, but everything else was literally World of Warcraft. Okay, the crafting was also pretty cool, but like, it's so weird that people don't understand that. The only other MMO which could have been successful if it wouldn't have been for EA would have been Warhammer Online. But there was a very PvP-focused game. And I wouldn't have been mad if the Riot Games MMO would have been exactly that. Not at all. But they're also introducing a new producer, Faburisu, aka Fabrice Condominas, who was the producer and director of Mass Effect Andromeda. Let's just hope it was EA's fault. Let's just hope it was EA's fault and he is not bringing like anything bad to this project. Oh boy. But what I find very interesting is, so for everyone who doesn't know, the Riot Games MMO was actually helmed by Ghostcrawler. And Ghostcrawler was one of the lead developers and even the lead of World of Warcraft. Since then, he switched to Riot Games, and he was heading League of Legends for a while. And then they were like, hey, like, could you see yourself making another MMO like World of Warcraft? And he was like, hell yeah, sign me up. So he was leading the team for like, what, 7 years? For about 7 years. And he was working on it. And then last year, he mentioned his departure. Now, the reason why he departed from Riot Games was, in my opinion, a very bullshit, made-up reason. He said that he wanted to be closer to his family because, like, there was apparently an accident with his family members, and like a lot of them died. And so there's not much left of his family, and you would first think, okay, that makes sense. But then we also found out this year that, surprise, he was forming his own new studio, and he's now working on an MMO, which was apparently very close to what the Riot Games MMO should have been. And now here's Tryndamere announcing that they're changing the direction of the Riot Games MMO, or have been changing the direction of the Riot Games MMO a few years ago. And the big question, which is interesting for me, is what happened first? Did Ghostcrawler leave because of the changes of the direction? Or did they change the direction because Ghostcrawler left? It is pretty clear that this big change with the Riot Games MMO happened because of what happened to Ghostcrawler. It's pretty evident. Like, again, he left the studio, and that was apparently also the time at when they changed the direction of the game. Now the question is, did management go to Ghostcrawler and told him, dude, we want something else? And Ghostcrawler was like, yeah, F you. Right? Or did Ghostcrawler leave? And management was like, okay, let's change it up. Right? Like that is the big question I have here. And it seems like I would go with the first, because Ghostcrawler is now working in an MMO. A lot of people say, him included, it is very close to what the Riot Games MMO should be. So I assume that management came to him, said like, no, this is not the direction we want, please change it. And Ghostcrawler was like, nah, go fluff yourself, I do my own thing. So, nonetheless, this means for the next 5 years, we will not hear anything about the game. Like, an MMO development takes about 5 to 8 years, which is pretty normal. And even though they don't really have to start completely from scratch, right, like a lot of the assets, the graphic direction, yada, 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 like the engine and so on and so forth, they can probably reuse. So it's not completely starting from zero, which is a good thing. But nonetheless, this is a huge endeavor, and I don't see really we're hearing anything about this game for the next 5 years. Which is kind of crazy, because I am pretty sure I remembered to writing news about Riot Games considering to work on an MMO. And keep in mind, I haven't been a gaming journalist for over a decade now. So I still remember those days, me writing news about it. Oh. It's a very unfortunate thing. It's a very unfortunate thing. So, we will see what it will be. Now, Riot Games has been pretty successful with the other games they have been pushing out. But I have to admit, it is also weird that they don't want to be the copy of another game. I mean, League of Legends is a copy of Dota. Shit. A huge part of the initial League of Legends team worked on Dota. Right? Like, a lot of people don't know this, but this is where a split happened. There was a split in the Dota modding team where they wanted to do Dota 2 and the other one wanted to do a more lighthearted own IP, and basically the team split it. So we had Ice Frog and we had Ginzu, who basically like split it, and the Dota team split it into, well, Dota 2, who then found a publisher and developer and all that in Valve. And the rest of the team basically did move into Riot Games, and they worked on League of Legends, and League of Legends then became League of Legends, right? So that is the first game they copied. Then we have the card game where they copied Hearthstone, and well, that didn't work too well. But TFT, which is super successful, it's a copy of Battle Chess. It's a copy of Battle Chess. Yeah, sure, they are doing a little bit something different. It's not completely Battle Chess, but It is a copy of Battle Chess. Now they have Valorant. Excuse me? Valorant is a copy of Counter-Strike with a little bit of Overwatch in it. And the next one, 2XO, which is their fighting game. Riot, honey, I'm not sure how I should tell you this, but you are pretty much a copy company, and you are good at that. You are basically good at what Blizzard did 20 years ago. That you kind of reject that now with the MMO is not something I applaud. Like, you're really good at taking already existing concepts and making it your own. So, moving away from that, that's a bit, oh. Some people would say that's bold. That's bold. Uh-oh. Let me see something. Yes. Does it work? Logging in. It's logging in. And it's lagging like crazy. Let me guess. Why is it lagging like crazy? Even though with DLSI is on? Okay, give me just a second here. There's also... Okay. Give me just 1 second here. Because this doesn't work. Why does this not work? Who do I have to blame here? Does this not work? Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. This is not Steam. Could we try this again? Let's see. Now I have to find out why it's not capturing. That is the big question here. Especially with the demo, we didn't have a problem. Oh, that's definitely not it. Maybe it's because of VSync? Let me see. Let me see. That's funny. They have kind of remembered. There is a frame breaking option here. That's funny. Yeah, they've kind of remembered my options from the demo. That's neat. But why are you not... Okay. Second here, why is it not... Please let this work. I would appreciate this. Thank you! A new home. Oh, we landed. Ooh. Ah, the meadows. Find your mag. Ooh. 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 Okay, let me see if we can help, I'm stuck. Save. Okay, let me see if I can... What the hell? No, what? Why is it doing that? Okay, let me lower this. Let me lower this from frame breaking to something lower, because I have the feeling that this is because of... Why is it not... What the hell? Okay, give me a second. Let me save here and quit. Okay, why is it doing that? I love it. No, truly, I love it. I don't understand why it does that. I hate when that happens. Live. I love live streams. Mm. Yeah, but it... Let me see. Not do that. Okay, you know what, folks? I will take a super quick bio break in the meantime, and then we'll try to figure this out very quickly in the meantime. Also, I'm muted. Well, but I think I fixed it. Well, we already saw that. Yes. We know. Do I have to... Why is it always looking like... I'm not in the middle. There we go. Middle. And alright, let's try this again. Ooh. There's some stutter. I don't know if this is the usual Unreal stutter, because there is no shader compiling. But that ain't good. Yeah, that's... Whoa. Yeah, this is the usual Unreal shader compiling stutter. Ooh. Ooh. Why are we still having that issue? Can somebody explain that to me? Maybe it's VSync? Let's see if VSync is the problem. I don't think so. Maybe it's DLSS. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, what the hell? What is this? I didn't have that in the demo. I have a stutter every 10 seconds. What is that shit? What? Let's see. Nope. Nope. This is not good. But what is causing this? Yeah. What the hell? What could cause this? 1080p? Don't force me, please. Nope.
Finally, I'm getting through.
Man. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe window full screen? See if that works.
That was quite the tumble you took there. Luckily, your biometrics tell me you're A-okay. But before anything else, let's put that mech of yours back in one piece.
Still does that. Yeah, that's unplayable. What the hell, man? I don't know what that is. Like, I can save it and restart the game. But that's certainly not good. I would give it another try, and if not, then I would just play something else. I would just go play HellDivers. Maybe it's that? But I am logged in. So that's not right. Maybe it's something with the server? I don't know what that is. Are we starting from here? Oh, come on, man. Why am I saving when I'm not saving, really? And the lags are still there. Yeah. Well, F you. I don't have time for this. I'll play some HellDivers instead then. Maybe Last Epoch? Hmm? Nah, I need to play some HellDivers. I need some medallions and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what that is. No clue, no time to check that out. I already wasted time to check out why it doesn't... Maybe it's OBS. Maybe the game capture is doing it. Who knows? Let me at least switch the title. I would not switch the thumbnail, but let me at least switch the title for my stream and the game I'm playing. Yeah, that sucks. That really, really sucks. I just wanted to play a cozy game, you know? Oh, sorry. Let me change my my thumbnail also. That sucks. Really wanted to check out the game. Huh. Oh well. What can you do? What can you do? Oh, let me move my camera, because if I've learned one thing, it's that my camera's in the way. There we go. So, what do we have? Oh boy. A new strain of flying terminites have suddenly appeared across all terminite planets with no prior warning or indication of any kind. While the Ministry of Intelligence has always known this was a possibility, the abruptness of the evolution indicates a high possibility of dissident concealment. The deployment of termicide was fortuitously timed, doubtlessly. It averted an even worse evolution. Right. HellDivers are advised to exterminate these mutations whenever encountered. Cybersecurity update. A recent system security breach has resulted in galactic war tables displaying inaccurate information. The breach has been addressed and all systems have been returned to normal operation. Any discrepancies are being to be considered the result of a dissident and misinformation. Rest assured that the parties responsible have been identified, arrested, tried, and executed. What the hell happened here? I was AFK for like a day, and things are hitting... What? Like, what? Oh, kill 10 enemies with using the expandable anti-tank. I hate that. Oh god, I have to do 7 for purple? Oh, don't do that to me. But I need purple soon. But also... What happened? What happened?
Mission coordinate.
Level 9.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Okay.
Orbit synchronized.
Also, I realized doesn't. Oh no, it does.
Repeat. HellDivers to Hellpods.
CAFK. No, he's not. But we only 3.
Allied destroyer has joined squadron. Engaging
Level 50.
orbital thrusters.
Well, let's see if he
Orbit
stays.
synchronized.
Boop. Oh, goody! And this is a blitz?
Here.
Well, shit. Well, shit. What do we have, dude? Okay.
Launch initiated.
Well, let's see if we land in a very shitty situation. On something positive. Remember, freedom. Oh boy. We are not landing in shit, I guess. Well, that's something.
Go now, and shoot you fall. Remember this.
Calling down support
Every day is a good day to die for democracy.
Well, we have absolutely no clue where to go. So... Fun times? Yeah, I have no fucking go where to go. Yeah, that's an auto cannon. What are you trying to shoot at?
Found something.
What? Oh, there's the tree. Well, there is a tree? Yeah. Okay. We got it.
Calling in orbital strike.
Oh boy.
Calling down a sentry.
Oh, come on, you dick.
Reloading.
Wait. Wait. Oh, there's another one? Yeah, okay, nice. Oh, this was a Shrieker's nest. Wait. There's another one? Oh, you can't be serious. This mission is ass. Really? I have absolutely no clue where to go. Probably not this way. Am I? That we still can't see shit.
Tagging map, southwest, 100 meters.
Already destroyed. Like, dude, do you not see that on the map? I have already destroyed the ish.
Heavy, northwest, close.
Yeah, we have to speed this up a bit. Where am I? I'm close to nest. Yeah, that thing is already destroyed. Man, this looks cool. It's the first time I'm seeing it like that. Like completely changed. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for the last spewer. There must be another one here. This is so far not that great.
Calling down a sentry.
This is our escape point, right? Yeah. Oh boy. Let's see if we can actually do this without them seeing me.
Found something.
Especially if this is a blitz mission, is what just makes this so freaking annoying, man. Oh, that's a pad. Let's see if I can... Like, this is also something people have to learn. They're shooting too quickly, too often.
Bug outpost spotted.
Right? Like, every time they see a pad, people are immediately like, oh shit!
Calling down a sentry.
Instead of just, you know. What is that? What is that?
Requesting sentry.
I don't like that sound. I just want to point that out, whatever that was.
Sending in an eagle.
Is that the... Oh.
Requesting air support.
Ah. I think there was a hell bomb.
Sample collect.
5 minutes left. We can't stay this low much longer, HellDiver.
Changing ice. Sending in an eagle.
Democracy's on its way.
Well, that didn't work as absolutely
Look out,
planned.
spotted. Requesting sentry.
You've done your duty. You may north. 200 meters.
Reinforcing.
Whoops. Hi. You're still alive?
Calling down a sentry.
One life for Super Earth.
Breach.
Get some. Get some.
Oh, that's not good.
Have a taste of democracy.
Requesting sentry. Extraction shuttle inbound. Calling down a support weapon.
Well, that's not good.
Requesting
Orbital strike incoming. ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
But they're not leaving without me. I can see shit.
Requesting sentry. ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Apparently common samples is not something we are taking with us anymore.
calling down a sentry. Requesting air support.
Unleashing democracy.
Going down a support weapon.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Requesting order.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Sending in an eagle. Get some! Get some!
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Good, 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 good. This is what I like to see.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates. 20 seconds.
Well, let's get out of here. Wow, this was fast. This was not bad. Like, even though it was pretty oof, we did pretty good here. Especially that the two high levels have split up. Wow. We nearly got it all. Ha! That is impressive. Pretty proud of that team. This could have gone so much worse. Like, seriously. This could have gone so much worse. Oof. Yeah, for whatever reason, when we destroyed the spore tree, it didn't take away the spore thing. Weirdly enough. Dun, dun. I need a different armor for this.
Without a single friendly fire incident. That will save paperwork.
That will save paperwork. Well, I'm glad that I can do that.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime.
Oh.
Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
Woo! And this time it's a 40 minutes mission. Yay! I mean, I'm not like completely against the 12-minute missions because they are also on a relatively small sized map. Oh, are you serious?
What about here?
I don't know.
Here?
Like, why is this? Ugh, atmospheric spores. That's why. Well, let's see how that goes. What is the dude taking?
Launch initiated.
Alright, let's do this. Doo-doo. See? I told you I'd choose the good position. We are nicely hidden, you know. Like, we can get our shit. This has been a pretty good choice for a landing spot. If I might say so myself.
Feels good. Bugs, north.
Requesting sentry.
Say hello.
Sentry?
Democracy.
Why?
Marking location. 100 meters.
Huh?
Requesting advanced weaponry.
I will take whatever is here. What do we get? Hey, medals. You know what I would have liked? Yeah, you guessed it. Super credits. Oh boy.
Calling in orbital strike. Freedom never sleeps.
Oh, sorry.
Calling in reinforcements. How'd you like to take some freedom? Orbital inbound. Democracy has landed. Bag's empty.
Oh, that's bad.
Calling down a sentry. My leg. Requesting sentry.
By the way, who is the absolute champion to have a freaking mortar against the bugs?
We've got equipment.
Who's that hero of humanity?
Rare sample acquired.
Critical stratagem available.
Requesting objective equipment.
Just asking for a friend here.
Requesting sentry. I got the terminal. Going down a support weapon.
Air support! Oh my lord! This was really unfortunate because my autocannon was already in position. And I kinda had that under control. So it was like, why do that in the first place?
Tagging map. Southwest. 100 meters.
Yeah, I'm going there. I always feel I'm running faster with the sidearm, which isn't the case, but
Sample collected. Rare sample acquired.
no.
Mission is progressing.
Yeah, there's nothing going on here. Like, this is always the easiest mission, I think, of all the side missions you can do. Because I'm pretty sure it should, like, attract some enemies, but right now it clearly doesn't. So, you know.
Found something.
Whoop!
Requesting orbital strike.
Firing orbital strike.
Sending in an eagle. Sending in an eagle. Reloading.
Excuse me, how did you survive this?
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Requesting sentry.
Rude. Dig?
freedom forever! Reinforcing!
Apparently nobody wants to reinforce the dude.
Dropping a pin. North. Far.
Calling down a sentry.
Where are we going? Oh, he was here. He was like...
Tagging location. East. Tagging map. Northeast. 300 meters.
Ah, boy.
Bug outpost.
This is why I hate the artillery on bugs. Like, seriously? The problem is, it's not useless. The problem is, it can transform into a shit show far too quickly. Now that's the thing, right? It's like, yeah, okay. Like, every weapon can transform into a shit show in this game because of friendly fire. But especially the artillery. Like, artillery, who has the artillery? Oh, D2, that's a level 9er? I think that's a level 9er. Like, I don't really mind the artillery when you are fighting robots. When you're fighting robots, artillery is great. Because a lot of the robots stay away. Well, first time seeing the flying enemies. I don't like this at all. No.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
What the shit?
Changing ice.
For prosperity! Throwing grenades.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
Requesting air support.
Dude. Do I have to hit the fruits? What do I have to hit here?
Team reload required.
Ah, shit. Okay, I have a better idea.
Requesting air support. Requesting advanced weaponry.
Yay! Flying enemies! Ooh, I needed that in my life.
Bug hole, northwest, 50 meters. Last reload.
Okay.
Sending in an eagle. Going down a support weapon.
Don't like that.
It's empty!
Yeah. I don't like those shriekers, man. Oh, okay, he's dead.
Calling down a sentry.
Calling down a sentry!
Spotted!
Deploying sentry.
Oh, that was a shitty one. Not too bad. And yes, you can actually destroy the bug holes with an autocannon. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Yep. I thought so much.
Calling in reinforcements!
What the hell?
Calling in reinforcements!
Well, there goes my eyes.
Reloading!
So I don't want to say this is a bit of a stressful situation here, but things are happening. And it would be a little bit easier if we would not have the crazy dude with the stupid thingy. Oh, that's a hell bomb.
Tagging location, north. Package acquired. Dropping package. Package acquired. Dropping package.
That's a mini nuke. That's a mini nuke.
Package acquired. Rare sample acquired.
Requesting air support.
On my position.
Engaging terminal.
Is there...
Calling down a sentry! Found something!
Just die.
Dropping package.
Found something!
Anything good here besides ammo?
Sample collected.
No. Oh.
Dropping a pin. East, far.
Ooh. Yeah, super credits. Okay.
Calling down a sentry.
Yeah, I can check that. While they can do that, I can check that.
Calling down objective equipment.
That's fine. They have this under control. I don't like that though.
Requesting sentry.
Requesting sentry.
Could you leave that alone, please? Thanks. So what do we got here? That was all? Nope. No, it wasn't.
Rare sample acquired.
Not really what I wanted. Yeah, my team has this under control. They also have the artillery if really like shit hits the fan. We have 2 mini nukes in the artillery. We have the like, yeah, they don't need me.
Thank you.
Bug tunnel breach. Requesting air support.
Oh, he's the only one there. Wait, where's the rest of my team?
Marking location.
Oh, he's doing it by himself? Yeah, I don't like the rumbling. I'm just waiting for a worm or something to come out.
Engaging terminal.
Just saying.
Aiming at an eagle. Freedom forever. Calling in orbital strike. Bug tunnel breach. Requesting air support.
Tagging map. Northeast. 300 meters.
Get some. I got the terminal.
That was a pretty good
Freedom.
show. There we go.
Extract when ready.
Nice. I like when things work together. We didn't... Did we grab that?
South. 300 meters.
I don't think so.
Dropping a pin. Southeast. 300 meters.
Let's see if I can get that. That was the only exit here out of the canyon, right? Yeah.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Yeah. Calm down. No! This is happening too often as of late. This is happening far too often as of late.
The war rages on. Choose where you will give your aid.
That sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, we are not doing this the major order. This is not gonna happen. Because we are not even getting to Zargon Prime. We have to go to Hellmire, and then we have to liberate one of those to get there. I don't think we are managing that in 20 hours. But this sucks. That you cannot, like, rejoin is really something they have to add. Like, I don't understand why this is not already a thing.
Mission coordinates locked.
I really don't.
Hellpods primed. Engaging
Oh.
orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
Oh, let's see what shit show I'm joining here.
Calling down a support weapon.
What are we doing? Oh, launch an ICBM. Oh no, do we have like the more time? So why is this still showing up? Well, it clearly doesn't.
Dropping a pin. Northeast, 300 meters.
Huh?
Requesting air support.
Yeah. He worked right into that, huh?
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Ready to liberate.
That's unfortunate.
Calling down a sentry.
Oh, I hate that. I have to say, the modifiers, they're the least fun in this game.
Requesting sentry.
That's why I normally don't really play a lot of the
Say hello to democracy.
harder missions. Because the only thing it does is it adds modifiers. Who is that? And the modifiers are boring.
Have a taste of democracy. Requesting orbital strike.
Firing orbital strike.
Like, they're not fun. Oh.
Tagging map. Northeast.
One step closer to mission completion.
Dropping a pin. Northeast. Far. Sending in an eagle.
Democracy's on its way.
Pulling down a support weapon.
Well, that was a good one. Yeah, I don't like those tremors. I really don't. Hey, super credits. Nice. At least the super credits is what you are getting, even if you're getting kicked out of the lobby. So
Get some! Get some!
that's important.
Sweet Liberty, my arm! Calling in reinforcements!
Sweet Liberty, my arm! So where do we have to go next? Oh, up here? Okay. On my way. Oh god. I made a mistake a few days ago. I saw, like, I'm normally not watching any videos regarding HellDivers 2. But there was this thumbnail where, like, you know, your typical content creator was putting his opinion as a fact. And he was talking about the backpacks. And how it was like, yeah, so, I know you're probably new to this game, but if you don't know this already, so every weapon which requires a backpack is shit, right? Because you definitely need the shield generator or the jump pack, and everything else is just useless. So if you were one of those noobs I see in my games with a backpack, I kick you. I was like, really? You made a whole video just to say that you're an asshole? Well, okay, I guess. What the?
Calling in orbital strike!
I don't think that G1 is in a good position there. Just saying. Hey, it survived though. That's pretty swell. I don't even know what we're doing here. Why cannot shoot through bushes? What the hell is going on? Oh yeah, also the first cheaters are in the game. That's like, really?
Bugs, north.
Engaging. I'll take it. Engaging. I'll take it.
Reloading.
If you're wondering what they're cheating, the resources, they're going basically into a mission, or they can like reinforce people without using the reinforcement stratagems and all that. I was like, why do you have to make like games boring for yourself? Especially, I don't understand the people who do it on the higher difficulties. They are literally difficulties which are called what? Trivial? It is so easy. Like, just roll with that. If this is like too hard for you, then go on lower difficulties. But Mo, I don't get the important resources there. Yeah. No shit. Hey, super credits. Hacking, yeah, man. This mission has been a roll.
Requesting orbital. Reloading.
There was a lot of bugs.
Found something.
Where are we?
Map, northeast, 100 meters.
Why is it still showing as they... Is something here? When there clearly isn't.
Requesting air support.
Where? Oh shit.
Southeast.
Oh, so that didn't kill him? Oh, this is a second one.
Engaging terminal.
Yeah, this takes a hot second.
Requesting sentry.
Bounced. Of course it bounced. Uh-oh.
Requesting orbital strike.
Dropping a pin. South, 200 meters.
Have a taste of democracy.
Where do we have to? Oh.
I got the terminal.
What the hell?
Bubs, southwest.
I'm on it. Dropping a pin. North, 100 meters. Engaging terminal.
Mission map updated.
I think it did call the reinforcement, or did I kill it in time? Nope, it did not.
Package acquired. Dropping package. Requesting air support.
Well, F that.
Mag's empty.
Oh, that's bad. That's really bad.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
It's the one thing I hate about the cannon.
Dropping package. Package acquired. Package acquired. Freedom never sleeps.
Oh, come on, man.
Freedom forever. Dropping package. Reinforcing. Acquired. Dropping
Oh, he's a bleed out.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Takes so long, I hate that. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, okay. So we just basically have to deliver the codes. Okay. Well, that's doable.
Calling down a support weapon.
Well, that was a good eagle, not gonna lie.
Heavy, west, 50 meters. You have accomplished Liberty's will. Extracted your discretion.
Oh! Wait.
West, 300 meters.
Huh? Why have I never seen this? Dude, we don't need that. We don't need that stuff.
Calling in orbital strike.
Firing orbital strike.
Oh, that's not good. That was so not the direction I wanted them to jump. But game was like, nah, F you, dude.
Reinforcing.
Oh no, he's reinforcing. Okay, he's reinforcing me there. Yeah, that was so not the position where I wanted to go. That sucks.
Reporting to the front.
Oh my god, that's a lot of enemies.
Heavy, southeast, close.
It's charging at me.
Calling in orbital strike.
Dude, you have a rocket launcher and you don't use it? Why do you have a... Oh no, I don't want to land on that.
Point me to the enemy.
I don't get people like that. And that's why I have the autocannon.
Tagging map, west, 300 meters.
Because it's just good support weapon, enough ammunition, enough oomph, you just have to aim. So, what are we doing now? Oh, we have to launch the ICBM. Why does it say extraction is available?
Tagging map, west, far.
That is such a weird thing. What was that?
Calling down a support weapon.
Oh my. Smoke?
Requesting orbital strike.
Firing orbital strike.
That was a good one. Oh boy. We're good. We're good.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
Yeah, why does it say extraction? We still have to launch the ICBM.
Say hello to democracy.
What is this dude doing? I have a weird team here. Just saying. We could have so just... Okay. No, we couldn't have not. This is a nest, right? No, it isn't. Oh, no, it is. Man, just saying, those tremors... They sound like an animal. They sound like an animal. Shit. Shit. Where's my... Oh, my Eagle Strike is unavailable. Why is my Eagle Strike unavailable? What? I'm really working with the elites of the HellDivers here, huh? The absolute elites. Love it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah. I don't think we...
Calling down a sentry.
I think we just leave. Oh, good. The dude just left.
Calling in reinforcements. Calling in orbital strike.
Oh, dude, you are not in a good position. Why?
Extraction is available.
Freedom forever!
I think we literally extract.
Mag's empty!
Oh, that's bad. That's not really bad.
Our tunnel breach! Have a taste of democracy!
My game crashed. Cool. Yep. This is why a lot of people don't play HellDivers since yesterday's patch, because since yesterday's patch, apparently the game is ass when it comes to stability. That really, really sucks. But, well, I would have loved to extract there after I put a lot of effort into it. 2 missions, no extractions. Cool. Cool. That's really fun. Perfect timing for me to call it here, though. Screw that. And the good news is, I will be back tomorrow for the big one. The 12-hour stream for Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm very curious how that will go. We might have to recreate our 2 characters. You might ask, wait, didn't we do character creation with the character creation tool? Yeah, but I removed it. And apparently when you remove it, it also deletes the character you created. Which is like... okay, why would you do that? So yeah, it seems like I don't have the characters anymore, which sucks. But if not, we are creating the character again. You know, just like whatever. But yeah, that sucks. Today was definitely not a good day for playing games, that's for sure. Starting with Lightyear Frontier, having stutter issues, and now HellDivers just taking the piss. So, yeah, that sucks. Oh, this is cool. So apparently, good old Baldur's Gate 3 won a lot of awards, and Sven Winker had an acceptance speech, and man, was he blasting publishers in a big way. I mean, based Larian Studios as per usual, but he was saying, and I like to quote him here, and this is a one-to-one quotation: greed has been fucking this whole thing up for so long. I've been fighting publishers my entire life, and I keep on seeing the same mistakes over and over and over. It's always the quarterly profits. The only thing that matters are the numbers, and then you fire everybody, and then next year you say, shit, I'm out of developers, and then you start hiring people again, and then you do acquisitions, and then you put them in the same loop again. It's just broken. You don't have to. You can make reserves. Just slow down a bit. Slow down on the greed. Be resilient, take care of the people, don't lose the institutional knowledge that's been built up in the people you lose every single time, so you have to go through the same cycle over and over and over. It really pisses me off. And I'm like, yeah. It's a nice thing. So that's a good thing. But yeah, I will be out of here. So we will be back tomorrow at 12 a.m. CET, which is 6 a.m. No, 12 p.m. CET, which is 6 a.m. ET. Then we go. We are not starting sooner than that. It is 12 p.m. ET. We have Mole in the morning and your gaming news as per usual. And then, of course, we have Baldur's Gate? Dragon's Dogma 2, which I'm really looking forward to. I hope the performance issues will not be too crass, but we will see about that. With that said, folks, thanks so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye. Ka-ching! Well, maybe they're fixing Lightyear Frontier at some point, and then we can actually check out the game. How about that?